Hello, it's Mary here, and this is day 12 of our healing pause. Welcome, and thank you for being here. You know, we've been doing most of these pauses while sitting still and having chimes and gongs and all kinds of lovely stuff. Calm spaces, low lighting. But the fact is that, I don't know about you, but most of my life is not spent surrounded by gongs and chimes and nice dim lighting and comfortable places to sit and cozy up and close my eyes and get all quiet and listen to the silence. I enjoy those times, but that's not most of life. So today, my inspiration was to be out on the move, and I am out in nature. And we're talking about accessing inner wisdom with the pause, and sometimes being out in nature kind of helps me to do that as well. I can use the pause practice while doing anything in my everyday life. And this includes going for a walk, loading and unloading the dishwasher. And I'll be honest, I haven't used pause loading and unloading the dishwasher. I despise loading and unloading the dishwasher. But of connecting with your inner wisdom in everyday life in the world. The only way to learn it is to truly practice it in the midst of everyday life. Now, there's a part of all of us that does not want us to practice pause. And that part is the me character, or what we call in pause, and there's a lot written about it in the book, Pause for Inspiration, that you can download for free at pauseforiinspiration.org. But what we call it is the cubicle mind, or the me character. And it's an exhausting little fellow. The me character is that part of our mind that is experiencing being alone and separate and has to figure it all out. And so that cubicle mind is self-centered, self-absorbed. It's always thinking about itself, and at the same time feeling very divided. So that's a crazy place to be in. But we're in that mind a good part of the day. Though here's the key, is we're not really aware of it. So let's practice the pause now, and perhaps you'll even get up and move around and do something. It could be anything at all. You could write an email. You could go into the kitchen, start making dinner, any number of things. Take out the trash. So here we go. Let's begin our pause practice. And it's that step 2 of stepping back that really focuses on stepping back from this me character. So let's pause. Ready? Simply pause to choose to experience your calm, quiet mind. Simply being willing to experience your calm, quiet mind. Take a moment of rest. Breathe. And continue pausing wherever you are, whatever you're doing, and whomever you are with. Letting the mind pause. Step back. This is where we are going to really focus and practice willingness to step back from the cubicle mind. And this is choosing to get out of my own way. Being willing to allow room for another way. And this could be anything at all. It's usually the tasks of everyday life, which is most of life, in which we don't want to use the pause. We don't see a need for it because, well, I know how to do that already. I'm educated in that area. I'm experienced in that area. I've done this 1,000 times. I don't need any help. I don't need any inspiration. But this is how we stay on lockdown in the cubicle mind. So right now, step back from feelings, thinking, planning, figuring, judging, saying, and doing. So you're literally allowing yourself to step back. Give some space. Let your mind be a clean slate. Step aside. Step aside. The decision to invite inspiration within to help. Being willing to receive inspiration that is within you. Allow stillness to replace the chatter. Rest in quiet patience. And now, if you're in the midst of doing something, or if there's an activity or situation or a relationship, something that's on your mind, that you notice this me character is highly invested in doing it its own way, or simply doesn't feel a need to ask for any inner wisdom because, I got that, I know how to do that already. Just let that come into your awareness. And then ask this inner wisdom, is there another way to see this? And what would be truly helpful now? This is asking for another way to see. How to see anew with the help of your inner wisdom in the stuff of everyday life. We walk down these same roads day in and day out. In our homes, our workspace, same people doing the same things. Is there another way? Even if something seems like it's perfectly fine, no improvement necessary. Pause is not so much about improvement as opening up to a whole nother way. That can prove to be significantly helpful and peaceful and connected. And letting inspiration guide. This is choosing your inspired mind and following the peace and wisdom of inspiration. This requires being willing to be inspired. And even letting go of what we think being inspired looks like and feels like and sounds like, so that we can totally be open to the wisdom that is beyond our thoughts and feelings and expectations. Pause here in your mind, saying quietly to yourself, even in the midst of your whatever you're doing now. I trust that there is a peace and a knowing greater than what I am thinking, yet still within me. Being humbly available to inspiration. No hurry. Relax. One step at a time. And open to receiving this wisdom within in any task, any activity, those with which you are familiar and unfamiliar, the daily stuff, the creative stuff, the expressive stuff, the old patterns in relationships. Nothing is to be excluded. And breathe. In the Pause for Inspiration book, I copied this and cut it out. It's about this me character that I'll just read to you. I am seeing how this me character, this false self, known as the cubicle self in this book, lives in fear of being exposed and at the same time wants to be the center of attention. That's a divided mind. Divided because it has no center. Yet it makes great efforts to be the center, even in the name of love. I am seeing what a relief it is to step back from me. This guy is exhausting. Even the me that wants to be spiritual or helpful, do good in the world, accomplish, achieve, ambitious, this me has quite an agenda, all centered around me. I am seeing that there are still moments when I go totally cubicle. And so I can pause, step back, step aside, and let inspiration guide.